Hey guys, Amanda Jean here. I just wanted to come by and have you guys cook with me. Tonight I'm going to be doing spaghetti with meat sauce like you guys requested in my poll, so let's get started. First I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands. Alright. Hey Parker! Hey! So what you're going to need is, and this is not sponsored, this is just what I like. Everybody has a different type of pasta or store where they shop. I've got my whole grain spaghetti. This is what I prefer. So you're going to need some type of spaghetti. Again, non-sponsored. You're going to need a spoon, a colander. I like a little bit of salt in my water and in my sauce. Some garlic pepper, minced onion, and some oregano. And of course you're going to need a pot for your spaghetti. Your sauce, and a pot for your spaghetti. And of course you're going to need the sauce, but I'm leaving that in the fridge until it's time. So to get started, you're going to have to fill your pot with some water. And I fill it about maybe say halfway. And here's a tip if you're visually impaired. My teacher has always said, make sure that your pot fits the rim. So before you even turn on your stove, FYI, you will want to make sure that your pot fits the eye. And I'm going to go ahead and do that with the spaghetti sauce one as well. Put it back here. And then you are going to open your spaghetti and take out however much you are going to cook. For me, I'm going to do not that much. Probably about this handful. A handful, and then crack it half. Maybe do one more handful. Some people like to do more spaghetti. Some people do less if you're, just cooking it for yourself. Again, it's personal preference of how much you want to cook. So toss that into your pot, and we can get it boiling. And I would put it on medium to high heat. For me, that's a 7. Every stove is different. So if you're not sure, if you live with somebody and you're visually impaired and you're not sure, maybe ask. Or you can also look at the directions of what your box has to say as well. For me, I like it to be very tender. It says to do 11 minutes to cook. It also says to add a dash of salt. So I'm going ahead and do that. And another tip is if you're not sure and you can't see very good, you can always take a little bit of salt, dump it in your hand, and then put it in your water so that way you can feel how much is really going in. So we're gonna go ahead and let that start boiling. And while that is boiling, let's just grab the sauce. Again, this video is not sponsored by anything that you see here. This is just me grabbing what I have and doing the poll that you guys suggested. My family uses ragu. Everybody has their preference of what kind of meat sauce they like. Of course, they have different brands. It's all up to personal taste. So we're gonna just dump some of that ragu sauce into another pan to get things flowing. While that's heating up. And for your sauce, I would say also put it maybe on a 6 or a 7. I'm just gonna go ahead and use up the sauce that I have in my kitchen here because I don't have a whole lot. And like most chefs that are learning, I spilled a little bit on my stove, but that's okay. You just, wipe it clean with a towel. Just wipe it clean. And it's no big deal. Again, make sure your sauce is on the eye. To make sure it fits. So that way we don't have any burning. Of course, if you guys have any questions, shout it out, let me know. While this is going on and getting warm, I'm going to go ahead and add my other spices to my sauce. So I'm going to use a little dash of salt. I'm going to use a little bit of garlic pepper, which also has red bell peppers and a black pepper in it as well. That's just personally my preference. When you're cooking spaghetti, you might actually want to chop up some green pepper or red pepper, or like what we did in school for me was to do the mushrooms. We also cut up some mushrooms and we added some other spices. Everyone is different. For me, I just personally like what I've picked out here. So do a dash of what this seasoning is. So that's done. And with me, when I'm cooking, another thing that I like to do is once I'm finished with an ingredient, group the ones that I have used. Oh, hey Kaylee, welcome. Just FYI, this video is not sponsored by anything that you see here. This is just me cooking spaghetti to show you guys how to do it because one of my friends asked me to do a show. So, what you see here is not sponsored, and again, everybody cooks differently, and everybody's spices they use are different. What I'm going to use next is some ground oregano to put that in my sauce. So do a little bit of that. And again, here's a tip when you're cooking with a visually impaired child, or if you're visually impaired yourself. If you're not sure how much is going into your sauce or maybe into your water for your spaghetti, as far as salt goes, you can just dump some in your hand and then just sprinkle some down. So that way you can feel kind of how much is going on. The next that I like to put in is minced onion here. Now, I don't want mine too strong, so I'm going to go ahead and do that method of pouring it into my hand. Oops. And always, it's okay if you spill. You can always clean it up, So, here, let me see, guys. Here, I'm going to do about that much for now. Again, you can always add or take away. So just put that down in my sauce, and then take my handy dandy spoon and give that a quick stir. Again, I am doing this on medium to high heat. Same thing with my spaghetti. Over here it's starting to kind of boil, but it's not boiling. all the way. That will take some time, and that's all right. And in case you guys are wondering what's going on with the pantries back here, why are there not any doors? That's because my family's getting a new kitchen. So, give that a good stir and let the sauce get really nice and gooey and warm. And normally people have 2 spoons, but mine is currently somewhere missing in the living room somewhere. As you guys could probably hear, the spaghetti sauce is beginning to boil, which we don't want, so we're going to take that down to about maybe a 4, just to still keep it warm while we're cooking. And my spaghetti is also starting to begin to boil, which is great. So when you're cooking, hopefully you have a timer on your stove, or if you have a smart device such as an Alexa, a Google Mini, hooked up in your kitchen, you can definitely use that as a timer. I'm going to use what the box recommends and do it for 11 minutes, just to get that tenderness that I prefer. So how do you guys like to cook spaghetti? Do you guys ever do baked spaghetti? Do you ever do it on the stovetop? What ingredients do you guys like to use? Again, this is a community. It's not just all about me. You guys have ideas too. So let me know down in the comments of the live thing what you guys like to use. And in case you're wondering, it is rainy and yucky here in my town where I'm at right now. So it's good to get in here and just cook. Again, every once in a while your spaghetti is cooking, you just want to give it a nice stir on this stovetop. Same thing with the sauce. You don't want it to stick, you don't want it to burn, so you just want to keep stirring. While that is doing that, I'm going to go ahead and grab my dish that I'm going to go ahead and put my sauce, my spaghetti meal in once it's finished, because I'm actually going to freeze my dinner. You made spaghetti pizza and loved it. That sounds good too, Kaylee. It really does. That sounds good. So, you got your spaghetti boiling. You got your timer on. Again, I like to follow the box. Everybody's different. I'm just following the box because it's easy. I'm letting the spaghetti sauce also get nice and warm and gooey as well. Now, if I was doing this a little bit fancier tonight, I would definitely get some meatballs and add into our spaghetti meal. I prefer to get the frozen meatballs over in the freezer section at my local grocery store. Some people like to get the pre-cooked meatballs. Again, it's everyone's personal preference. Some people, my teacher told me when I was cooking, that some people like to, oh hey Jeffrey, How are you? I'm cooking spaghetti with meat sauce tonight. And again, not sponsored at all. This is just me cooking, giving a lesson because a friend asked, and I wanted to give you guys the opportunity to come and enjoy. Like I was saying, my teacher absolutely said some people like to make the fresher meatballs. Some people like the frozen. I like the frozen. It's easier. So if I was doing this a little bit fancier, I would totally be adding meatballs to this. Jeffrey, quick question. What kind of pasta do you like to use? And if so, also what kind of meat sauce? Do you like the red sauce? Do you like vegetable sauce? Let me know down in the comments. I can see the comments just like you guys can hear me. Again, letting that spaghetti sauce keep warm, but stirring at the same time. I'll be right back, guys. I totally forgot the fork. Blonde problems. I love spaghetti, but without meatballs. I like my spaghetti with tomato. With tomato. Sounds good. That sounds good, Jeffrey. Now, when I was in class, we were allowed to taste. So I'm just going to go ahead and give my sauce a quick taste and my pasta as well. Just to see how things are going. And I'm also going to bring my heat down to about a 4 because it's boiling really, really hot. And I don't want to end up spilling my pasta sauce. My pasta. That actually tastes really, really good. And just to taste the noodles, the pasta. Again, some people like their spaghetti really, really firm. Some don't. It all depends on your preference. I like mine really tender. It is getting there. It is getting very, very tender. And that's good. So if you guys had any leftover pasta or meat sauce, what are some of your favorite leftover dishes? Hi, Grandma! That you like to use. I like marinara, firm and tender like you do. That's awesome. That's awesome. Hi, Duke. My dog Duke is here as well with us. he's down here saying, Mom, can I help cook? Can I be a taste tester? Aren't you spoiled, boy? Huh? Yeah, you're spoiled. Yeah, you're spoiled. You're a spoiled puppy. Again, you're just gonna keep stirring your pasta and your meat sauce around. Two more minutes left on the timer. Now we have 1 minute, okay? So to help prepare for the next step, what I'm actually gonna do is grab my colander here and put it in the sink. So that way when I transfer my pasta over to dump the water, I don't have to worry about, oh. Again, you don't want your spaghetti to stick to the side, neither do you want your pasta sauce to stick. So you just keep both things kind of stirring evenly as we go along. And then after you cook it, you can either serve it, or like what I'm going to do, I'm going to put mine in a freezer dish. Once it cools down, I'll put it in my freezer and I'll have a meal to go. So that way, if, you know, I don't want to cook or something, I can just grab it, pop it in the microwave here, our new microwave, and get that done. Hold on 1 second, guys. There we go. Sorry, I had a quick message. So, you just keep stirring, keep making sure it's nice and good. And then we can move to the next step. Huh, dude? Are you gonna help too? Yeah. Okay, that means our timer is up. Yep. Okay, make sure that nobody's gonna get hurt. And just very gently dump the water down in. Since I'm going ahead and I'm done with dump that in back into your pot once you drain it. Turn off your heats. Toss in your nice warm gooey pasta sauce from this pan. Now some people like to do garlic bread along with their pasta dish, but right now, since my kitchen's being redone, I am not going to do that. I'm just going to give everything a nice stir, and there you go. You have a wonderful, beautiful pasta dish that you can have. So, got the cleanup process, which is something I don't particularly care for. I don't think any cook except really likes that process, but you know, it's part of life, it's part of cooking. When you cook, you gotta clean up. So, all these items in the sink. Put this into my freezing box. voila, you have a spaghetti meal. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment below if you guys have questions or concerns about what's going on. Oh, thank you, Jeffrey. And I will definitely be doing more cooking videos on Monday night, I believe it is. I will be doing a cake for my class. So if you guys want to see that, shout out on my page. Let me know. And I will see you guys again soon. Bye.